Let's move to the next concept now, that is function of entrepreneur. If you have focused on the qualities of entrepreneur, then the function of entrepreneur is more or less remains the same. Because whatever qualities an entrepreneur has is for doing the work, doing the task, or fulfilling the role or the functions of an entrepreneur. Basically, when we talk about functions of an entrepreneur, it means the question can be asked in several ways. What are the roles of an entrepreneur? What are the tasks of an entrepreneur? What are the work of an entrepreneur? Or what are the functions of an entrepreneur? And all this function, task, work or role will be performed with the help of the qualities that he has. For example, the first, he need to have a good planning. He need to actually have a good planning skill so that he can plan the business activities. Now, what exactly business activities refers to? Analyzing manpower, analyzing competition, analyzing government policies, analyzing all those factors, because when you make a plan, you need to analyze all these factors and make a plan for your business activity. So this is one of the functions, that is planning of business activity. How it will happen? When he has a quality of planning. Next, the next quality is, if you remember, organizing skill. Why organizing skill is required? Because he has to perform one task, that is organizing resources. When I say organizing resources, what type of resources? Physical resources, human resources, natural resources, capital resources, all sort of resources that he has to organize. So having a quality of organizing skill will help him to organize the resources. That is his function. Moving to the next part, that is, he need to have, if you remember, one of the quality of an entrepreneur was to have a decision making skill. Why to have a decision making skill? Being an entrepreneur, this is one of the functions that he has to perform. What is the function of decision making? Listening to the problem, analyzing the problem, then discussing the solution, analyzing the solution, implementing the solution and reviewing the solution whether we have got the right solution. So that is decision making skill, another function. The next function is motivating employees. If you remember, human relation was one of the quality which was required within an entrepreneur. Why to have this human relation as a skill? Why to understand the psychology of people? Because it will help us to motivate our employee. Remember, all employees are not same. So not everyone will get motivated with the same factor. Some people would need monetary incentives in order to motivate them, and some people may need non-monetary incentives in order to motivate them. When I talk about monetary incentives, it refers to increase in salary, bonus, incentives, etc. And when I say non-monetary incentives, it refers to transfer, promotion, getting a higher position, or else a free holiday trip. These all are non-monetary. Being an entrepreneur, you need to motivate your employees with the right tool so that at the end of the day you can get the work done efficiently. If you remember, the first pointer under qualities of entrepreneur was innovator. Why he has to be an innovator? Because he has to do innovation. The another function, he has to do innovation. When we talk about innovation, what exactly it means? Anything and everything which can help us to reduce the cost of production, or else anything and everything which will help us to increase the revenue. That is what innovation that he has to do, being an entrepreneur. Apart from this, what are the other qualities that he must have? He must have a risk-bearing ability, because this is one of the quality. If he cannot take risk, and if he cannot take the risk as an opportunity, as a challenge, then he may not be able to explore and earn profit. So another function that he has to always think about whether I should go with this particular proposal or project or not, that is, he should have or perform this function, that is risk bearing. Next is R&D. What is R&D? Basically research and development. Not all the people are alike. Not all the people have same likes and dislikes at the every same age. What you like now may not like in upcoming decades. What you dislike now, you may like it in your upcoming decades. Now, how will an entrepreneur come to know what is the thing or the product or services or the features that you are looking for? With the help of R&D. What is R&D? Research and development. So another function that an entrepreneur has to constantly do so that he can survive and retain in the business. Market development. What is market development? It is another function that an entrepreneur has to perform. Developing the market, creating a market for the product. How a market can be created? By advertisement, it can be created. By sales, it can be created. By publicity, it can be created. By promotion, it can be created. So these are the various ways wherein you can develop the market for your product. Another function of an entrepreneur. Now, apart from this, there are several functions, but managing of finance and managing of HR is also another function of entrepreneur. But when we talk about management of finance, what exactly it means? See, being a student or else being an entrepreneur, you need to think from where you should borrow the funds. Because while borrowing the funds, if you are borrowing the funds at higher rate of interest, it will impact your cost, isn't it? So managing from where to borrow, at which rate of interest is what about? It is about management of finance. And how much money has to be given to which department is all about management of finance. Then what is management of HR? Management of HR means selecting the right person for your job, then recruiting, then training, then developing them, then paying their salaries and motivating them. All sort of things comes under management of HR, which is a part or which is a function of an entrepreneur. Please pause a minute.